Hello, I'm Fon Quinter, welcoming you to the afternoon edition of Prime Plus, coming to you live from the studios of My Media Prime Television here in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. Begin the news in the southwest region of the Republic of Cameroon, where many commercial buildings and homes in some neighborhoods in Boyo have been demolished. The demolition exercise carried out by the Boyo Council is aimed at decongesting the town and pave way for development. Victims who have been rendered homeless after their homes were demolished have criticized the activity carried out by the Boyo Council. Now, a motorcycle rider is reported to have died from wounds sustained in an accident along the Tombelum stretch. According to reports, the motorcycle rider crashed into a heavy-duty truck and died in hospital. Now, 2 children aged 3 and 7 years old have reportedly died after consuming pear in their residence in Bonamusadi, Douala 5 subdivision, Lithoral region of Cameroon. Reports say the kids died at the Lakentini Hospital in the night of April 27 after eating pear and complaining of malaise. Sources of 5 children had the pear given to them by their grandmother, and 2 of them died, while 3 others are currently receiving treatment in hospital. Family sources say they are yet to determine the real cause of the death, and only an autopsy will answer the so many unanswered questions. Now, a student of Government Technical High School in Jumbe, identified as Parfenjo Temu Thala, is currently undergoing treatment and psychological follow-up in hospital after his left arm was chopped off with a machete in a neighborhood in Jumbe Mongo Division, Lithoral region of Cameroon. Reports say the victim was involved in a fight between some young men after an argument at a funeral vigil. Witnesses say Parfet's hand was chopped off as he attempted to pick up a stone and throw at one of the gangsters he had an argument with. Now, death has been announced of the former moderator of the Presbyterian Church in Cameroon, the very Reverend Dr. Nyansako Niku, who passed away at a hospital in Douala Tuesday, April 27, 2021, after battling with an ill health. Announcing his demise, the moderator of the Presbyterian Church in Cameroon, Right Reverend Samuel Funky, described it as another sad day for Christians and called on them to pray for the repose of the soul of his predecessor. Right Reverend Dr. Nyansako Niku served as moderator of the Presbyterian Church in Cameroon between 1999 to 2009. Since his death was announced, tributes have been the capital and 2 in the south. Meanwhile, the Chadian Convention for Defense of Human Rights said 36 people were wounded and 12 arrested. Demonstrators carried messages demanding that power be handed to civilians. Now, authorities in Mauritius have issued a disaster alert over heavy rains that have caused flooding. Heavy rains have caused severe flooding in the south, a region that had already been affected by heavy rains in the past 2 weekends. Flooded houses in the region have forced some residents to leave their homes to seek safety and shelter. Meanwhile, evacuation for some residents were carried out overnight. Government has urged civil servants to stay at home except for those providing essential services. Buses and trams to stop running. A national examination scheduled to start this week has been postponed. Now, more than 30 prisoners have escaped after a police van that was transporting them to a law court was attacked by gunmen in Pietermaritzburg, South Africa. Some prisoners remained in the van that was forced open by heavily armed attackers. KwaZulu-Natal police spokesperson said police were looking for those who escaped. Meanwhile, residents have been called upon to be vigilant. We remain in South Africa, where President Cyril Ramaphosa is testifying as a witness before a long-running inquiry into allegations of corruption under his predecessor Jacob Zuma. Mr. Ramaphosa said the governing African National Congress who tried to shed light on the matter being investigated. Among other things, Mr. Zuma is accused of allowing businessmen close to him, citing the Gupta brothers who influenced policy and won lucrative government contracts during his 9 years in power, though he denies the allegations. This report from South Africa ends the afternoon edition of Prime Flash that was compiled and produced by Ewane and Nolinga. Developments of these stories and more will be yours at exactly 6:30 p.m. with OJ Zaza. My name is Fon Quinter for presentation. Stay tuned to more programs on My Media Prime Television. Goodbye.